So now we will see functions in JavaScript. Guys, it is very important to note over here that functions is a very important subject in JavaScript, and you are going to use a lot of functions when you are going to create real world assignments and the projects as well. So guys, basically a JavaScript function is a block of code designed to perform a particular task, and this JavaScript function is executed when something invokes it or calls it. So guys, inside the JavaScript function we can have the block of code which will be executed whenever we call that particular function. So in short, basically the functions are used in order to execute the same line of code multiple times whenever we want to execute them on different instances. So guys, over here as you can see, this is the syntax. First of all, we have to declare the function. So this is the function definition syntax over here. We use the function keyword which is reserved by the JavaScript, followed by the space character, and then we have the function name. And then guys, inside the parenthesis we have the optional parameters that we can provide. So guys, basically this is nothing but the name of the variables that we have to provide while passing the parameters, and we can use these parameters inside the body of the function. So over here, after the closing parenthesis on the right hand side, we have the open and close curly braces. So as you can see, this is the open curly braces, and then we have the closing curly braces. In between both these curly braces we have the entire code to be executed. So guys, basically this is the function definition, and then simply we can use the name of this function that we have defined in order to call it. So as you can see, this is the function call. Basically we provide the name of the function using which we have defined the function over here, followed by the open and close parenthesis. So if we have not provided any of the parameters for this function definition, then we don't have to provide any of the parameters over here. So simply we have to provide open and close parenthesis. So guys, let us check how we can use functions with the help of examples. So first of all, we will see the example without the function parameters over here. So let us move to the VS Code in this case, and simply I'm going to remove the previous lines of code that we had written. So first of all, we will define the function. So as you can see, we have to use the function keyword over here. So simply we will type function keyword followed by the space character, and let us say we want to add two numbers by using this function. So simply we will name the function as add over here, and then we provide the open and close parenthesis. Now guys, inside this parenthesis we can provide the parameters which are optional. So first of all, we will check the example of the functions without parameters. So after these parentheses over here, we need to provide the open and close curly braces. Now inside these curly braces we have to provide our lines of code. So guys, what we want to do is we need to define two numbers over here. So let's say we provide a, that is the variable, it is equal to 10 over here, and let us say we provide another variable that is b, it is equal to 20. And then what we want to do is simply we want to add both these numbers. So over here we will provide console.log statement, and we will print the addition of both the numbers. So let's say we provide a plus b, that is the expression which is simply going to add the values of both these variables, that is a and b, and it is going to print the sum of both these numbers on the terminal. So guys, in this way we have successfully defined the function by using the function keyword followed by the name of the function, that is add over here, and then we don't have any parameters. So simply we have provided the open and close parenthesis, and within the open and close curly braces we have the lines of code that we have written. Now guys, simply after defining this function, will it work? Let us see. Let me just save this file now and try running this code using the node keyword over here on the terminal. So as you can see, we don't get any output in this case. That's because currently we have only defined the function. The second part in order to make these lines of code execute is to call this particular function. So as I have told you, we need to call the function by using the name of the function followed by the parenthesis over here, and inside the parenthesis we can provide the optional parameters. So in this case we are not working with any of the parameters over here. So simply we will provide the name of the function, that is add in this case, followed by open and close parenthesis. So guys, basically the control flow is coming over here. It came to know that we have a function definition in this case, and then over here on the 7th line we are having the function call. So when this particular line of code is executed, the control flow goes to that particular function definition, and then line by line all the statements will be executed over here. So guys, let me just save this file now and try running this code once again on the terminal. So as you can see, we get 30 as the output. That's because the a and b are having the values of of 10 and 20 and the sum of both these numbers is 30. So guys, in this way we can call the function in order to execute the lines of code. Now guys, if we want to call this function once again, then similar to this particular line of code, we can simply provide another function call over here, that is add in this case. So again the function will be called and these 3 lines of code will be executed. Let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here. As you can see, we are getting the result 32 times in this case. That's because we have called the function 2 times over here. So guys, in this way you can define a simple function and then call it by using the name of the function. Let us move to the next example over here. We will check the example with the function parameters. So guys, basically so far we have checked the function definition without the parameters that we have not provided. So guys, what we will do is we will provide certain parameters over here while we are calling the function, and those parameters or the values will be passed to the parameters over here on the function definition. So what we want to do is, let us say the 2 numbers that we want to add is 5 and 6. So basically we provide the first number, that is 5, followed by comma, and then we provide another parameter, that is 6 in this case. Guys, you can provide any number of parameters over here. Currently we are providing 2 parameters, and basically the parameters must be separated by using the comma in this case. So basically in this way this particular add function is being called by using these 2 parameters, that is 5 and 6. But guys, in the function definition also we want a certain variable to take these parameters as values. So over here what we will do is simply we will provide the variable name, that is a, followed by comma and then b. So since we are providing 2 parameter values, we must have the 2 variables that must receive those values over here inside the function definition. And then guys, simply we can remove these lines of code over here. That's because now we are not having the fixed values inside the function body, but the values are getting passed when the function is getting called from here. So basically 5 and 6 will be assigned to these variables, that is a and b, and then again we will add these a and b, that is a plus b over here will be executed, and the sum will be displayed on the console. Similarly on the second call as well, simply I am going to provide 15 as the first number followed by comma, and let's say we provide 9 as the second number over here. So guys, by using parameters we can provide any of the values which will be assigned to the variables that we have provided for this function definition in this case, and those parameters or the variables will be used inside the body of the function in order to execute certain lines of code. So guys, let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, the output that we are getting is, for the first call it is 11, that's because 5 plus 6 it is equal to 11 over here, and then for the next call, that is 15 plus 9, it is returning us the 24 as the sum of both these numbers. So guys, in this way if you want to pass the parameters with different values in order to add 2 numbers, then you need to use the parameters while calling the function. So guys, this is as far as the example with the function parameters are concerned. Now guys, another thing that we can have is we can also return a particular value from the function. So we have something called as return statement over here. So guys, instead of printing the sum of both these numbers over here, that is a and b, what we will do is we will print the result outside of this function. So let me just comment out this line of code over here. So instead of providing the console.log statement, we will provide the return statement over here. So basically we have provided the variables, that is a and b, while we are calling the function we will keep it as it is, but over here we will return the addition of both these numbers. So simply we have to use the return keyword in this case, which is the return statement, and then we will provide the expression, that is a plus b in this case. So guys, basically what we have done is, instead of printing the addition of both these numbers, we are returning the sum of both these numbers over here. Now guys, it is very important to note that when we are returning something from the function, there must be a variable outside of this function which will be able to take that particular value which is getting returned from the function over here. So simply I'm going to show you the example with just one call over here of the add function. So what we are doing is, the control flow is calling the add function in this case. So 5 and 6 numbers are getting passed as parameters to a and b, and then we are returning a plus b over here. Now if we don't have any variable in this case on the left hand side of the add function that we are calling, then what will happen? Let us check that as well. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here. As you can see, nothing is happening. That's because we are not doing anything about the a plus b, that is the sum of both these numbers which are getting returned from the function. So what we have to do is we have to provide the variable name. So let's say we provide the let keyword followed by the variable name, that is result over here, and then followed by the equal to operator. So what exactly is happening over here is we are having the function getting called, in this case that is add function, with the values 5 and 6 over here, and then this particular function is providing the expression that is a plus b in this case, and the sum is getting returned over here, and this particular value of sum will be assigned to this result variable, and simply we can provide the console.log statement over here, and then we can say the sum of these numbers is result. So as you can see, we have used the string literal over here. We have provided the statement that is the sum of these numbers is, and then followed by the dollar symbol in this case, and inside the open and close curly braces over here we are having the variable name, that is result in this case. So guys, basically the addition of these two numbers will be done by the function, and it is going to return the value which is going to be printed with the help of the result variable. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, the sum of these numbers is 11. So this is the way that we can use the return statement as well. Whenever you are going to return something from the function, we need certain variable over here in order to assign the value that is being returned by the function in this case. Simply we can change the numbers again. So over here, let us say we provide the number that is 50 and another number is 25 over here. When we save this file now and try running this code once again, so as you can see, the sum of these numbers is 75. Now guys, what will be the output when we have the two numbers, that is 50 over here and 100 in this case? So basically we have these two parameters. Comment in the comment section below what will be the statement that will be printed over here along with the correct value of the result. Let us see whether your answer is correct or not. Now guys, why do we use functions? So basically with functions you can reuse the code as we have seen already. Simply we have to call that particular function with the required parameters that is expected by this function definition in this case. Apart from this, you can also write the code that can be used many times, and apart from this you can also use the same code with different arguments to produce different results. So we had already seen the calling of the add function over here multiple times with the help of different parameters. For the first set of parameters we were getting the sum as 11, and for the second set of parameters we were getting the sum as 24. So guys, these are certain important points to note about why to use functions. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. I'll see you in the next video in which we are going to talk about arrow functions in JavaScript. So stay tuned.